and welcome to Irondale High School for CTN's live coverage of boys high school basketball. It's the regular season finale as the Knights host the Coon Rapids Cardinals. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro sideline for tonight's game, and Howie, both these teams looking for something positive to end the season on. Cardinals have had a long stretch without much success.
Yeah, you know, both teams want to obviously get the W. Both teams looking to get section seedings. Look, Cardinals looking to see if they can get the 5, and I think this is an important game for them. If you remember back to last year, it's a little revenge for this Irondale team. They were tied at the break last time. Cardinals ran away with it and won by 20. These players know that, especially some of the seniors.
Well, and for Coon Rapids, kind of a walking wounded lineup for Coach O'Gorik's squad as they have a number of key pieces on the bench, but that gives other guys an opportunity to step up. Is this Morange's lucky night? He's going to get the start.
Well, Lucky's going to have to come out and play a nice game, and he scores a little over 6 points a game, a couple of rebounds. I truly think that if they have an opportunity, he's going to score in double digits here tonight. I think that he, again, has to really have a nice effort, and getting the start's a big opportunity for him.
On the flip side, Irondale has won a couple back-to-back games coming in. They'd like to finish with a 3-game win streak. They've got a couple of leaders who really put the ball through the hoop, led by Aiden Price.
Aiden Price averages over 17 points a game. Coach O'Gorik said this is a kid that plays so well off the ball and drives to the hoop really well. They need to really defend him tonight, need to know where he is on the court at all times.
Well, we have an exciting game coming for you. The Irondale squad celebrating senior night and hoping again that they can get 3 straight going into the playoffs. We'll be back with tip-off from Irondale High School right after this.
Get all your Cardinal sports action with Joe and I live every Monday at 7:30. If Coon Rapids plays it, Sports Night covers it. Sports Night on local cable CTN.
Snowy night outside, but some hot action in the gym here at Irondale High School. A Friday night to finish up the regular season of boys basketball. And a Northwest Suburban Conference matchup between the Coon Rapids Cardinals and the Irondale Knights. Take a look at the starters first for the Cardinals. Reese Mon and Jordan Doe starting in the backcourt. Marshall Holland, Lucky Morange, and Jackson Aurelius up front. On the flip side, Aiden Price and Zach Roberts, the starting guards for Irondale. Leighton Glodick and Ignatius Iojafor are the forwards, and Jack Crooks is in the middle. Talked a little bit about the Cardinals' ever-changing lineup late in the season, and with more on that, we go down to the sidelines. Jen Halverson. Jen?
Thanks, Joe. Well, I talked with head coach of the Cardinals, Mike O'Gorik, earlier tonight, and he said it's no secret that this team has been in a little bit of a funk earlier this season, and as of late, they've been losing, and, you know, it's part of their lineup. They've had injuries with David Osayama out on a knee injury tonight, Armani Henry out with an ankle injury, and senior captain Reese Mon was sick earlier tonight, and he's still a little bit under the weather, but he's going to play tonight. It's no surprise for any Cardinal fans that know how Mon plays and his mentality, that if he has an opportunity to be out on that court, he's going to be out there supporting his team. Coach O, just his message tonight, every day is a new day, new opportunities, the past of this past, and they have a chance to gain some serious momentum ending their season here tonight at Irondale. Joe?
Thank you, Jen. And they get the technical foul. I didn't see what it was for. But Marshall Holland sank a couple of free throws, and they get the opening possession.
Yeah,
with a 2-point lead, you can't feel too bad about that start.
No, you know, it's interesting because we were preparing here, and I didn't see what was called for technical, but obviously the Cardinals will take it.
Driving was Holland, a little too much on it, then he disrupts it. Doe able to control. He drives to the basket, the bucket, and the foul.
Well, the Cardinals want to get off to a good start, and they certainly have here early on this evening. And, you know, you had an opportunity there for an N1 here by Jordan Doe. And really, you know, Joe, this is a team in Irondale that really likes to slow things down. Coach DeMars told me that we need to hold Coon Rapids between 50 and 60 if we want to feel comfortable at getting the win tonight.
Aiden Price called for the foul. The Free throw is a little too strong, and a tipped rebound controlled by Price, watched by Aurelius. In a different position for Aurelius to play, that very difficult spot at the top of that 1-3-1 due to those injuries. Price, an open look for three, and he nails it.
Yeah, we talked about Aiden Price in the opening. He's so good. And Cardinals defensively are certainly going to want to keep a defender out on top of him. And again, just a nice look, and there's a steal for the Knights.
Big steal, a 2-on-1. Mon able to disrupt. Morange goes to the floor. It's tied up. It will be Irondale ball.
Let's see it again. Look at the kickback to Price. Nobody out there. Aurelius was trying to get out, but Price had so much room.
Kicked out to Glodick. He steps to the free throw line. His jump shot won't fall, but a good rebound and put back for Ojibor, and they have the lead 5-4.
Second chance opportunities for both teams are going to be so important now tonight. You saw what the Knights did is, unfortunately, the turnover there by Coon Rapids. But you saw what the Knights did with getting that second chance opportunity, getting the bucket to take the lead.
Mon got a piece of it, and they're going to say it went out off of him. He argued his case that it went back off of Roberts, but Irondale will maintain possession. Still early in this ballgame, a 1-point lead for the Knights. Inbound goes to Aiden Price, double team. Creeps in, pass a little off target. Jordan Doe steals, runs the floor. Not able to get it to go. Great rebound by Holland and sneaks it back to Holland. Morange thought about the shot. Now Mon steps in. Jordan Doe left side, has room, takes the three. This won't fall. Long rebound taken by Roberts.
I don't fault Jordan for that shot. He had the opportunity, just couldn't get it to drop.
Glodick quickly draws the pressure from Mon, kicks it back up top to Roberts. Across to Price. Into the corner for Ojiofor. Quick movement, open look for Glodick. Wants three, that won't fall. And a little bit too much. Walking underneath by Jordan Doe, he'll get the foul. And I guess Jen has found the answer to the mystery of the technical foul. Jen.
Yeah, Joe, basically what happened was the Irondale team were all dunking during warm-ups, and the refs weren't out here. Apparently that is an illegal rule that I was unaware of, but you can't dunk in warm-ups when the refs aren't out in the vicinity. So basically to start the game, they got a technical foul, and that is what happened there at the beginning of the game.
That's the strangest rule I've ever heard. I've never heard that. I don't get it. But the Cardinals benefited from it.
Aurelius to look for three. It comes up short. Roberts tips and runs to the other end. Cross to Aiden Price. Long three. He hit that one too. Eight quick points unanswered by the Knights, and a timeout, Coon Rapids.
No, I don't think it was a timeout.
No, it wasn't.
I think the official blew the whistle to get some sort of clarification. Or give some sort of clarification.
Doe across midcourt working against Roberts. Nice little head fake to find some room. High floater won't fall. Rebound hit the floor and was recovered by Ojibor.
That's some of the things that's been frustrating Coach Ogoric, is just the lack of scoring by his squad. And I mean, they get the looks, they just can't convert. Finishing is so important.
Three-pointer for Price, well off the mark this time. Roberts pushes underneath. Ojibor scores, and it's a 10-4 lead.
Yeah, there again, just some defensive breakdown by Coon Rapids. And give credit to Irondale, nice job.
Yeah, Crooks, great quick movement back down underneath and had the man all alone. 8-point run for the Knights. In the post, Aurelius turns to the lane, and he's fouled. It's going to go against Price. That's too early on the Knights scoring leader, and he may have to take a seat.
Well, that's a big thing for Coon Rapids. You want to get that young man in foul trouble if you can, and you're right. He is going to take a seat on the bench.
Kwame Herzog will check in and take his spot. Inbound to Holland. Little hook shot in close, wouldn't fall. Roberts will run the other way for Irondale to Ochafor, and he is swatted away by Marshall Holland, who then ties up with him as well, and the possession arrow will favor the visiting Cardinal.
Yeah, good defensive play here by Marshall Holland. He's going to come across and get the contact. Cardinals will get the ball on the tie-up possession.
Borelli is driving left side, draws contact, will go to the line to shoot two. Ejiofor.
It's the fourth, his first team fourth. The 4 team fouls on the Knights here with 13:46 remaining in the opening half.
Borelli has a chance at the free throw line, and especially when you're trailing, free throws so important. First one falls short. He is able to make one of two.
Now finally get back on the board for the Cardinals.
Wow, pretty looking drive, but it won't fall for Herzog. A follow chance for Glodick was off the mark. A rebound, a basket, and a foul. And Ejiofor is going to go to the free throw line.
Just too many opportunities. Cardinals have to do a much better job of boxing out defensively. They can't allow 3 looks and a missed shot. And not only you get the bucket, but you get the opportunity for the 3-point play.
Ejiofor can't convert on the 3-point play. Great save by Glodick, and then plays it off Aurelius to maintain possession.
So smart. And Coach Ogork's going to call a timeout. He's seen enough. He needs to stop some things, talk about what he wants to see his athletes do, and make some adjustments, and also talk to them about what they're not doing that he's not pleased with.
Not scoring and not stopping.
Yeah, exactly.
He's obviously fired up. It doesn't take much to get Coach O going, but
his number one key, Joe, was putting up points tonight, and that, you know, we've talked about it. He's talked about it. He's been open about it. This team has been in a slump, and winners just one of their last 10.
Well, they've only scored 1 point since the opening minute.
Yeah, and those are things that have really been plaguing this team all season long, is just the lack of scoring. He's such an introvert, Coach O.
Yeah. I'm not sure that has ever been. He has ever been accused of that, but Herzog up top, left side. Roberts thought about 3 underneath to Ejiofor. Stolen away by Holland. Morange gives it to Doe. To Holland behind the defense, and he is fouled. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Roberts is going to pick up the infraction. Oh, no, they are going to give it to Ejiofor. That'll be his second.
Well, you know, they know that Marshall's coming in averaging over 15 points a game. They know they have to be concerned about him. And
I thought Roberts got a piece of him, but I thought Ejiofor was clean on the ball.
I think he may agree with you, Joe. You see the smile on his face as he's going to have to take a seat on the bench with those 2 personals. We'll see what they call here. I don't know. I think that was foul. That was on him.
I wasn't watching.
Yeah, he did get contact.
Holland able to roll the second one home, so the lead back down to 5. Open look in the middle and a soft jumper for Crooks.
And I think the biggest thing for Coach DeMar's squad is that with both those two players on the bench with two, just to see other players step up and pick up some slack when two of your top scorers are out of the lineup.
High post, Holland will drive. He's blocked but fouled by Ben Wolney.
That'll be the 6th team foul. Wolney's first, but the 6th team foul on Irondale, and that one more, and the Cardinals are in the bonus the rest of the half.
Yeah, just over 5 minutes into this ball game. And if it's Holland that continues to get to the stripe, that could mean a lot of bad things for Irondale. And more importantly is who those fouls are against. 6 fouls, but 2 on Price and 2 on Ejiofor. Herzog, good dribbling to get across midcourt. Roberts will kick it back to him on the left side. Working against Mon.
They're going to call Reese. That's the 3rd team foul. 2 of those 3 have been on Reese Mon. You can see the reach in there.
Nice spin. Herzog's a fun player to watch, and that's going to be a charge all day long. Yeah. Ran into the double team, and there was nothing he could do to stop himself from running over Marshall Holland, who had good position.
Yeah, he's very quick, but definitely out of control on that one. Quick, and you can see the quick move to the basket, but yeah, easy call for our officials.
Into Holland, in the post, turns, kicks it out. Morange wants 3 from the corner, well off the mark. Roberts controls along the baseline and heads up court. Into the corner, 3-pointer for Wolney, won't go. Rebound controlled by Aurelius. He will run the floor the other way to Morange in the corner. Thought about it, steps in instead, kicks it out. Aurelius into the paint. Left-handed jumper off the glass and in.
Jackson doing a nice job of just getting a little elevation and able to get a good look at the basket. Went hard off that front rim, but in the right direction.
Glodick had it stripped by Holland, and then lazily getting back to it. Holland comes in and double-handed slam. 1-point game.
Yeah, just a great job by Marshall Holland defensively. You think of Marshall being able to score the rock, but they're defending it. Did a nice job with the steal
and scoring it.
Yeah.
Two-handed jam, and then the pass into Crooks was mishandled, out of bounds to Coon Rapids. Price going to come back in with the
right after the steal, the two-handed
2
flush.
fouls, but yeah, the steal was great.
Yep.
And it really, it was he stripped it. And then Glodick could have had that ball back and just really didn't hustle. Thought he had position, but took his time, and Holland ran right around him. Teaches a little lesson by throwing it down with authority. Aurelius can't handle it in the post. Turnover back to Irondale. Glodick will head up court. Leave it off. A little pump fake, and the 3-pointer by Herzog won't go. Rebound by Talon Elmy. Aurelius, left-hander, just danced on the rim and kicked off. Ejiofor back in the game with 2 fouls as well.
It's kind of the story offensively for the Cardinals this season is those looks inside that are just not falling.
Foul's going to go against Elmy.
I believe this is the first time you and I have seen Elmy in the lineup.
Another sophomore.
Yeah.
Tell you, that class of 2021.
Well, Coach O was talking about how their age variety or range on this team is probably the most he's ever had.
Price trapped near half court, and that forces the backcourt violation. Good strong step-up defense by Holland and Doe to combine and force the turnover. They've got the ball back still, just down by 1.
You know, I think defense obviously is going to have to come up big here tonight for Coon Rapids if they want to get the W.
Elmy back across for Doe into the corner. Morange, three-pointer from the right corner. That won't fall either. Ejiofor has the rebound. And Glodek quickly to the other end. Backs off on the right wing. Into the corner, kicks it back out. Ejiofor. Top Wonley plays it around to the corner. Roams. Down low, Aiden Price gets back off the baseline and scores.
Now Price did a nice job of working himself inside to get that pass. Had the pass, the ball at the top of the key, and then worked his way inside, and they found him for the bucket.
Morange in the left corner, steps in, kicks it back up top. Elmy thought about this shot. Now will pass off to Holland. Long three-pointer off the front rim. Controlled by Wolney, and working up court comes Roams, left side. Glodek hesitates, then drives. Won't fall for him. Almost able to recover the rebound on the backside, but secured by Elmy, and Coon Rapids will go in offense. Aurelius bump, kicks it out to Doe. Steps in, weaves to the lane, falls away from Ejiofor, but can't make the ball drop. Ejiofor with the rebound. Glodek right side for Aiden Price. Puts it on the floor, drives baseline, fouled by Marshall Holland, and will go to line and shoot two.
Yeah, Coach O talked about the fact that he does drive to the basket nicely. We saw his ability from outside the arc, but that time a nice job getting on the inside again. Had that basket last time. Now an opportunity from the stripe.
He's got 8 of the night's 16, make it 9 of 17.
Jaden Palmer coming in for the Cardinals. Crooks back in for the Knights.
Second one rims out. Price can't control it, but the Cardinals able to get it back. Elmy back up top. Left side for Doe. Back to Elmy. Hard pass through the middle, and it's out of the reach of Aurelius. Turnover back to Irondale.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Yeah, I mean, he threw a bullet there from short distance into Aurelius, and Jackson just couldn't handle that. Tough one to do so.
Roams across midcourt, met by Elmy, right side. Price's shot is off the mark, nearly at his own rebound, but Doe rips it away and leads the charge to the other end. Little too high off the glass, up and over, out of play.
Well, he had to adjust himself, and I think the fact that he tried to scoop it and just put too much on that.
Roberts slowly to midcourt for Irondale, met by Jaden Palmer, left side. From the corner, three by Price, and he's fouled by Elmy, and he'll go to the line and shoot three.
Yeah, not the guy you want to put on the line necessarily.
Well, he's 1 of 2 his last trip. You always try to avoid giving up the 3-shot fouls, but at the same time, you don't want to give up those shots uncontested to a hot shooter.
No, you don't. And and you want to play strong defense, which that was a strong move. Just got contact. He's missed them both.
So far, not a bad foul. Just a chance to salvage 1 point out of this 3-attempt trip to the charity stripe. Price able to do just that.
Well, the Cardinals will take that. 1 of 3.
Well, absolutely, and only 2 of the last 5, and all for Aiden Price, who's their top scorer and a solid shooter. Kick back out, Holland. Cross court, Jordan Doe. In the right corner, up top for Aurelius. They move it to Mon. Wanted to feed Holland in the high post. Palmer cross court. Aurelius steps into the middle, drops it off for Holland. It bounced away and into the hands of Irondale. Aurelius can't quite get back in time to strip it from Romes. Long three is well short for Aiden Price, and quickly back the other way comes Coon Rapids. Pass through the middle, taken away by Romes, and Crooks hands it on back for Aiden Price, who will slow things down for the home team.
Yeah, when you miss that kind of shot, you have to make sure you come back and you get that rebound. You got to score points, and again, a turnover by the Cardinals.
Well, and then defense forcing it right back into Coon Rapids' hands. On the run is Marshall Holland. He'll lay it up and in.
Yeah, nice feed. Doe found him. He had a better angle to the basket coming down the middle, and he was able to drop it. He has 10.
Ejiofor, a 16-foot shot won't fall. Wrapped up on the rebound, but ball comes loose. Price had an opportunity. It's out of bounds off the Cardinals.
Oh, Price did a nice...
Crooks and Aurelius got all tangled up, and it left that opportunity for Aiden Price, but he wasn't able to convert.
Yeah, and I'm sure that that frustrated him because he had that soft little look underneath.
Inbound to Crooks, hands it back to Roberts. Jump shot won't fall. Rebound by Palmer. Three-pointer for Reese Mon, well off the mark. Palmer can't reel it in as he was posted up in good position. And the Knights able to get back on offense.
Yeah, a little frustrating on the frustration on the face of Coach Ogorek after that miss.
Roberts steps in, his jump shot won't fall, and Mon going to be called for the foul as Price went up.
No, Price.
Oh, they're going to give it to Price for going over the back.
Yeah, that's his third. That's huge.
Really tough. Still 5.5 left in the first half. And it's going to put Reese Mon at the line to shoot a 1-and-1.
Yeah, and then, it takes your leading scorer. Again, he's getting clarification from the officials saying, this is what I did. How is that a foul? But, yeah, they called him from over the back. And
it looked to me like Mon backed up into him after he went in the air. So I thought they were going to give it on
Mon. I thought that was Mon's fault, too. But nonetheless, Cardinals take it.
As was stated just earlier this week on this very same program, I am far from a basketball expert. Mon hits the first, earns the second.
Now, when it comes to cricket, though,
yeah,
you know it. You know it all.
I know almost nothing. Mon hits them both. Herzog leaves it back for Roberts. He'll try to penetrate, poked away by Holland, and Doe on the run with numbers. Trying to feed Mon, and just too far in front of him. Turned right back over to the Knights.
The Knights had good defensive numbers, and I thought Doe should have really stopped and brought the back out, let them set their offense up a little bit more. And Jay Galima in for the Cardinals. There's head coach John DeMars. Been doing it a long time here at Irondale.
MJ, good basketball name, obviously.
Yep.
Left side, Tanner Lundquist back across to Herzog. Into the lane, back to the corner, and that pass a bit too high. Oh, it was tipped.
Yeah, it was
by the
definitely
Cardinals.
tipped. Yep.
Thought he just expected Crooks to have a 31-inch vertical from standing still.
What does he think? He's Joe Yud?
Yeah. That's a 3.1 inch vertical.
Oh, no, it's 3.4. It was 3.4, not 34. I knew there was a 3 and a 4 involved.
Glodek kicks it out. Three-pointer Lundquist. That won't go. Mon has the rebound. Under 5 to play in this first half. It's a 1-point lead for Irondale. Galima had it stripped. Back the other way comes Herzog. Leaves it off. Roberts lays it in.
A nice job by the Knights. They had numbers off the strip. A little bit of the Cardinals medicine, turning points from defensive steal, and Holland comes right back and gets the bucket.
Not surprising to see him getting hot in the first half. Another one tipped away out of bounds. Cardinals getting hands in passing lanes. It's helped them come back from the early deficit. They had the 4-0 lead. Started with the 2-0 lead off the opening technical foul. But then saw the Knights spurt their way out front. Three-pointer from the corner. Herzog won't go. Lundqvist the rebound. His pass tipped away, ends up in the pocket of Roberts, though. Nice spin to find room. Good athletic move, but well off the mark. And Coon Rapids able to get to the other end. Palmer wants three. That one's off the mark. What a play!
Wow.
What a
Lucky.
play by Lucky Morange.
Oh, just such a heads-up defensive play.
Again, he sees, Crooks wants no part of it. It's going to be their ball. But he doesn't stay far enough back to keep Lucky from getting to it. Great hustle play by Lucky Morange, and rolls it off his foot and out of bounds. Wow.
Yeah, wow is right.
Inbound goes to Holland. To Galima in the lane. Nearly got it to fall, but he did get the foul, so he'll go to the line to shoot two.
Oh, nice job by Marshall Holland finding him coming down the lane, getting that pass. Holland was double teamed, and MJ was cutting right into the middle, right to the basket.
Galima can't find the inside of the cylinder with the first attempt. Galima just a freshman.
Yeah, they've got some young, talented players on this team. A lot of sophomores, as we talked about.
Glodek, a three-pointer on the run is good.
Yeah, that hurts. Again, coming down, getting the look from beyond the arc.
Galima finds Holland to Palmer in the post, spins around, can't get the shot to go. Herzog pushes it ahead. Glodek step back, faked, now in some trouble in the corner. Palmer able to get into the lane and get the steal. Cardinals push it to the other end. Mon alone underneath, scores the basket.
Nice basket, nice job to find Mon on the wing. Reese all alone underneath with a relatively easy bucket.
Herzog working against Galima on the right side. Around Glodek and now Roberts. Trying to get it inside. Holland got a hand on the passing lane, and got the steal. Galima trying to get it to Palmer, pass a little behind him, he can't reel it in. Roberts runs to the other end, had to adjust and comes up empty. And the Cardinals had numbers back. Mon kicks it out, Morange for three, it's good.
Lucky was looking for that
and
spot.
The Cardinals have their first lead since it was 4-0.
Nice job finding Lucky in the corner. Lucky missed his last two attempts, but was true on that one.
Just over 2 minutes remaining first half. Coon Rapids 24, Forest Lake 23. Final game of the regular season. Knights came in on a 2-game win streak. The Cardinals have lost 9 of their last 10. Shot is off the mark for Lundqvist. Gallimot to the other end, pass behind Palmer, but recovered by Morange. He wants the long three, that one won't go, and Roberts has an easy board underneath. At the other end, the three-pointer off the mark for Herzog, gets his own rebound to come way out. Glodek thought about it from the corner, instead steps around Mon. His shot comes up short. Holland has the rebound. Long pass, Palmer behind the defense. He gets the foul. He will go to the line to shoot two. But he's a little shaken up on the baseline.
Yeah, he took a hard fall to the floor, but seems to be okay.
And that's very good. We talked about it.
They're missing too many players.
A lot of players already out of the lineup. And Jen talked about in the open, Reese Mon fighting through some illness, and he's obviously given it all he's got tonight.
Oh, we didn't even mention Monty Henry has been playing well as of late too. Tweaked an ankle. He may be done for the rest of the season, unfortunately.
And David Asayama, obviously a big loss to the lineup.
Well, they hope to have him back on Tuesday when they start their section run.
Palmer able to make 1 of 2. And a timeout, Forest Lake, with 1:23 to play.
Irondale calls that timeout.
Irondale, Forest Lake.
Well, they have the same colors. So
they do.
They do.
The emblem in the middle of the floor is nothing alike.
No.
Great move by Roberts to find space, but the shot won't fall. Crooks kicks it back to him in the corner.
Well, Crooks, I like that play. He was looking for somebody underneath, able to find him on the wing.
Down to the final minute in this first half. Double team comes, and Rome's able to get rid of it. Roberts with it at the top of the key now. Back to Rome's. Poked away by Morange, and a foul is called.
Coach O didn't agree with that.
It's number 7 against the Cardinals, so it'll be a 1-and-1 opportunity for Evan Romes. Shot is short. Morange has the rebound and a charge. Jackson Aurelius called for the charge at the other end.
That's unfortunate. I don't know if his feet were set, but we do have 3 officials here.
Cardinals trying to push it down quickly.
Oh.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think he may. Yeah, it's questionable, but either way.
Mon's going to be called for moving in on him, and that'll put Roberts at the line to shoot a 1-and-1.
Well, and that's Mon's 3rd now, so he's going to come out for the rest of the half, even though there's only a little over 32 seconds left. That's a big one.
Big free throws right here for Roberts. Yep. He's able to at least earn the second and a chance to tie it. And he hits them both. We're tied. 32.6 seconds remaining. Now, Howie, as we were talking about on Tuesday night,
you play for the last shot.
Here, I think you definitely play for the last shot. With how you started the half, you got to feel pretty good about where you are, and then a turnover on a hard pass trying to get it inside. And now Irondale a chance at the last shot, down to 10 seconds.
So now you just got to play strong defense and go into the half tied if you're Coon Rapids.
Roberts can't find room on the right side, now into some trouble. Crooks thought about the shot. Glodix, no way that was... There's no way that was out of his hand before that light went on.
No, he had the ball still in his hand when the light went on.
Our official had his arm in the air, though. But it will be a 25-25 game as we get to the end of the first half. And like I said, Coon Rapids has to feel a little good about where they were after the start that they had. And to find out more about their reaction, we're going to go down to Jen Halverson, who has Coach Mike Ogorek. Jen?
Well, Coach, they've been playing a 2-3 zone defensively against you guys tonight. It's making it tough to gain any kind of penetration. What do you adjust to separate the offense, gain more separation, and get those open looks in the second?
Well, we're getting looks. We just got to hit looks. You know, we're getting opportunities. We're getting open shots in the corner. You know, if they want to jam us on the inside, that's going to open up the outside. If we hit some of the outside, then they're going to stretch out, and that's going to open up some of the things there. Simple zone basics. Fakes, you got to move it. You got to move those pieces. Drive seams, look to make plays. We started doing that a little bit at the end of the half, but it's going to come down to can we hit shots. Opportunities are there. We just got to keep shooting with confidence, and we got to bang them.
Defensively, when you switched from a zone to man late in the second half, how did you see your team's mentality shift when you started causing more turnovers and scoring on the defense?
Well, I mean, for us, it's, you know, they did a nice job getting in there and communicating in it. So we do it. I mean, it's something we practice a lot, flipping in and out of things on the fly. So they did a nice job on the fly. We switch into that. We're doing a decent job for the most part communicating. You know, they're going to make some adjustments, and you can see even at the end of the half, they're starting to know some of the things that we're looking to do in that. And so we got to continue to make our adjustments.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Jen, and thank you all for tuning in to CTN's coverage of boys high school basketball. We go to the half, 25-all. More from Irondale High School after this on CTN.
The county hopes construction of the overpass can start in March or April and be finished by the start of the new school year.
Yes, I'm going to live to be 100.
Back at Irondale High School, 25-all as we reach the first half. Coon Rapids got the first points before a second ticked off the clock thanks to a technical foul. They had a 4-0 lead, but Irondale stormed back. Aiden Price hit a couple of big three-pointers early to establish that early lead. And they played with the lead most of that half, but Coon Rapids getting back within range and then evening things up, even taking a lead late. Marshall Holland, the exciting finish. But it's 25-all as we reach the half. And I'm thinking both coaches liked some things they saw and did not like others.
I would think so as well. And I'm just going through the list of keys that I talked to with Coach Agork, and really they're doing a lot of the things that he wanted them to do, with the really exception of creating easy looks and scoring more points than I think that they have at this time. Coach O talked about they had the looks, they just haven't been able to draw them all.
Well, and point two is they haven't had to worry too much about the scoring of Aiden Price.
Nope.
Thanks to early foul trouble, the couple of their top guys on the bench most of that first half. We'll see what unfolds in half number two and hopefully get some reaction from the other bench. When we return, you're watching CTN's live coverage of boys high school basketball.
Meet the Scan, a simple procedure whose mission is to detect lung cancer early.
I'm here to save you.
But I feel fine.
That's great, but you may still be at high risk for lung cancer.
Oh man, that's a new fence.
If you smoke, early detection could save your life. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
A snowy night in Minnesota, another 4 to 6 inches of fresh powder on the ground outside and a tie game inside. Coach John DeMars of the Irondale Knights now standing by with Jen Halverson. Jen?
Well, Coach, it's been an even game pretty much throughout. It's tied at 25, even scoring, even turnovers. With your lead scorer, Aiden Price on the bench, what will give you the edge getting more players involved in the second?
Well, we need to be more patient. Right now, I think our heads are out of it. We got a big crowd. We're not used to that. And it's senior night, and we just kind of played like our heads are in the clouds. So hopefully second half we'll get it together.
What did you tell your team at the half to reset their mentality and come into this second half on a fresh slate?
Kind of what I just said. Get your heads back in the game. We got to play smarter. We told them they got to keep Coon Rapids off the free throw line, and we got to get back on defense. And that's how they're hurting us.
You started the game on a 10-4 run. How do you regain that game control tempo going in?
I think part of it was we're in foul trouble, so I had to sit guys down. And we have some guys in there that typically aren't in there.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you, Jen. Just about ready to get the second half underway. I believe the Knights will get the first possession.
Well, if I'm
and it's all even. It comes down to an 18-minute game.
If I'm Coon Rapids, I try and see if I can get Aiden Price's fourth foul here relatively early in this half. Force him to sit on the bench. I think that would be a good opportunity for Coon Rapids, to get that player out of the lineup early with 3 personals coming into the second half. Obviously, he's going to play maybe a little more tentatively than he would if he wasn't in that foul situation. We'll see as this second half unfolds.
Well, and Ejiofor with some foul trouble as well.
Yeah, he has 3
and
as well.
And those two really had were the catalyst to the early run. What a steal by Jordan Doe, getting in on Ejiofor, and Ejiofor going to let him go because of that foul trouble.
Yeah, he had to. He couldn't take the risk here early on in the second half to pick up an additional.
Roberts into the front court, looking to set up on the left side. Now looking for room toward the baseline. Morange picks him up, push back up top for Glodick, and now back for Roberts. Quick swing to Crooks inside, shot won't go.
No, it fell.
It did go.
It did fall.
It's the only reason that Aurelia stepped out of bounds with it.
Yep.
Holland steps up, baseline jumper won't fall. Glodick has the rebound.
I think if you force Lake, you limit what Marshall Holland's doing, and that's an important thing for them, a key for them to pick up the opportunity.
Glodick steps around the pressure. Roberts will take the 3. That's off the mark. Long rebound to Price. Coughed it up. Doe on the run. Price picks his pocket out of bounds.
Yeah, nice job by Price. Coming back after giving the ball up. Making a defensive play, forcing the Cardinals to throw it in.
Doe all the way up top. Morange to Holland in the post. Holland working against Glodick, and he traveled before the basket.
And we're watching Glodick, and Glodick, for the most part, for Irondale, has been on Marshall Holland. He's played him fairly well.
High post, Crooks turns towards Holland, kicks it back out to Roberts. Glodick in the corner. Up top for Price, and back to Roberts. Glodick in the near corner. Wow. And he stepped out of bounds.
I thought he walked with it, yeah, but nonetheless, it's a turnover.
Doe will slowly bring it up court. Morange on the right side. Looks to the middle, kicks it out. Holland steps away. Morange, long 3. This one won't fall. The rebound by Glodick. Roberts an open look. He can't hit the 3. Ejiofor the rebound and the putback.
And Ejiofor with that big body underneath, able to get the miss and get that offensive rebound.
And that's where all his points have been coming from. 8 points in the game for Ejiofor, despite missing a lot because of the foul trouble in the first half. Aurelia is trying to get around Ejiofor, and Ejiofor blocked it. Roberts waiting for some support, now gives it to Ejiofor. He lays it up and in.
Yeah, again, just a really nice job of moving the ball down the court, getting numbers, and then defense not picking up Ejiofor.
Aurelius underneath to Holland. Nearly tied up, but able to get free and score underneath. Doe strips, but it comes right back. Glodick for 3, and he nailed it.
That's a big 3-point for the Knights. 3-pointer. Gives them a 5-point lead.
Mon to the corner. Morange stepping on the line, turns it back over to Knights.
Yeah, he knew once he caught that ball that his foot was out. He looked down, he knew that was that turnover.
That was just a mishandle by Roberts. Inbound goes to Holland, inside to Aurelius. Waits for some room and puts the basket home. 34-31.
Yeah, and Irondale did a nice job of just being careful not to pick up that foul as well.
Mon nearly had a piece of it. Glodek for three. This time it won't go. Rebound tip to Doe. Doe pushes it along for Aurelius. Gets around Roberts and gets it to fall. And it's back to a 1-point game.
Again, just a nice job finding him. Jackson knew he was in control, able to get the bucket.
Mon nearly a strip, kicked out to Glodek, steps inside, shot still ends up short. Doe able to win the race to the rebound. High post, Aurelius turns, shoots, scores.
Really a nice response from the Cardinals after Irondale went up by 5.
6 straight points for Jackson Aurelius.
He has 9.
Price to Ejiofor in the corner, back to Price. Cross to Roberts, inside Crooks, batted away by Holland. Crooks able to recover. Glodek driving the baseline. Can't get it to fall, punched out. Holland stepped on the line before trying to save it.
Good effort nonetheless underneath by Marshall Holland.
Jaden Palmer is going to check in. Jackson Aurelius, who has scored last 6 points of the ball game, heads over to the bench. 12:49 remaining in this second half. It's Coon Rapids by 1.
Well, Jackson tweaked an ankle.
Scramble for the ball, won by Aiden Price.
Tweaked an ankle in practice yesterday, and they were hoping that he could go tonight. He certainly has been able to overcome that.
Nice behind the back pass. Crooks pass a little too tall for Glodek, though. Roberts behind the back pass was sweet, though. Yeah, you can't appreciate it with all those bodies in the way. But he went chest to chest with Marshall Holland and fed it right into the breadbasket for Crooks. Crooks tried to turn it inside and just a little too tall for Glodek underneath. Morange on the dribble, taking Clark to the hole and scoring with the left hand.
Yeah, nice job using his body to shield against the defender to use that left hand. Cards up by 3. That's a turnover.
Every possession takes on added significance as we go down the stretch in this second half. Again, both teams trying to finish strong, have some positive momentum going toward the playoffs. The Knights have won 2 in a row coming in. The Cardinals have lost 9 of their last 10.
Well, and I think that's why it's so important for the Cardinals to see if they get the win here tonight.
Jordan Doe for 3. That won't fall. The rebound by Crooks.
You know, go into the section playoffs on Tuesday with a win under your belt. You know, it has to be a big load off their
Holland
shoulders.
steps in, knocks it away. The pass back to him. He's able to find it. The shot comes up short, though, and rebound batted away out of bounds.
Aurelius back in for Marshall Holland. I think Holland has a cut on his hand. He's going over and getting that treated. Gives both coaches an opportunity to kind of regroup here and talk a little strategy. 11:34 remaining in this contest. Cardinals up by 3, 37-34. And really responded nicely after Irondale jumped to a 5-point lead.
You know, on the sidelines, Jen Halverson finds the most interesting people to talk to. What a surprise to find Deb Peterson in a basketball gym at a basketball game. Jen?
Well, I'm here with head coach of the girls basketball program at Coon Rapids, Deb Peterson. Deb, your season just came to a close on Wednesday.
Thanks for the reminder. Thanks.
Well, it was a tough loss in Cambridge ISANTI, but you've been in the program now, the head coach for the last 5 seasons. You've seen different girls go through. What was so special about these seniors that just ended their season?
These seniors never stopped fighting from day one. It didn't matter what team they were on coming in as freshmen. It didn't matter what role we asked them to play. They just went out and did it, and they fought like heck to do their best.
What were some of your favorite memories of each of the seniors? Destiny Artis, Lainey Hanneman, Lexi West.
Oh, that's dangerous. You know, a lot of the out-of-town tournaments and just the silly stuff that they would do off the court, the conversations, our captain's meetings this year with going to get ice cream and just getting to know them more. Dest hitting the game winner last year against Andover. Lexi was just always a little Energizer bunny running around out there for us. Ashley was just always consistent. I mean, you knew what you were going to get with Ashley every single night. Always dependable. Lainey just went out and did it, and anytime you'd ask her to do something, her response was always just, yeah, all right, yeah. So, like, it's just 4 awesome girls, 4 great seniors. We're definitely going to miss them in the program in the years to come.
An emotional night on Wednesday with their high school careers coming to an end, but what were those final words and conversations like with the other girls on the team, having their final moments with those senior leaders?
You know, we told them afterwards that our underclassmen and the girls coming back have huge shoes to fill. Honestly, I'm not sure how they fill those shoes. Like, they're going to have to fill their own and step up in their own way. But we just told the seniors we love them for everything that they've done and for who they are, and we'll see what happens in the future.
Take me through some of the other girls that we have coming back up on the Coon Rapids team that will be key players going into next season.
Kylie Hetwer and Sid Kerr both started to find their stride and looking for their shot. I mean, Kylie had a big game for us at Cambridge with hitting those threes to keep us in it. Sid's got a great outside shot, started looking for it more as the season went on. Emma Heeman did a great job stepping up for us midway through the season and helping take some of the pressure off at Dest as a point guard. And we'll get Macy Holland back. I mean, she's cruising right along in her ACL rehab. Hit the pool the other day. So she'll come back, and we've got Nicole as a post coming back again. So all the pieces are in place. We just got to keep putting in the work in the offseason to keep getting better.
Reflecting on this season and moving into the next one, what are you most excited about going into the next year?
You know what? These girls, like I said at the beginning, they fought hard from day one. And we've got a core group coming back. Our sophomore class got a ton of experience this year at the varsity level, which means they've got 2 more years to go out and capitalize on it. So I'm just excited to see what they do in the off season and how they fight to keep getting better. And we'll see what happens in the conference next year.
Great. Thanks, Coach. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jen. And a big basket, the 3-pointer by Price to end a 10-0 run by the Cardinals. Holland with a nice little answer, little hook shot.
Holland with that bandage on his hand. Got to be feeling a little better after getting it wrapped, coming back and getting that bucket. He has 16.
Michael Collins high on the right side, into the high post, Klodick. Punched away by Holland, right to Price. Back out, the 3-pointer by Collins is good.
Oh, it's a big 3-pointer. Drops the lead to 1 for the Cardinals. 9:24 remaining in this contest. And this has been a good one. We saw it tied at 25 at the break.
Klodick bats it away out of bounds. It'll stay with Coon Rapids. Kicked out to Palmer. Palmer to the paint. Left-handed shot, and what a roll.
Yeah, the Cardinals need that bucket after the big 3 made by the Knights. Puts their lead back to 3.
Ejiofor's pass knocked away by Holland, recovered by Palmer, and Holland will move it around to Reese Mon to bring into the front court. Lucky Morange from way outside, and he wedged it in the rim.
Jump ball possession to the Cardinals. Into the game, the Coon Rapids number 33, Jackson Aurelius.
Fortunately for Coon Rapids, they'll maintain possession on the possession arrow. Lucky checks out. Doe fires it up top, trying to get it to Mon, and eventually got through. Nice little strip by Ejiofor, and Price will leave it back for Glodick. Now Price for Collins, cross for Glodick. Collins in the corner, back up top for Price. Knights working the perimeter, inside, outside. And now Glodick steps in, and he is fouled by Marshall Holland.
That's going to be the second foul on Marshall and the second team foul on Coon Rapids.
Last couple of games we've done, the Cardinals have done a nice job of keeping the fouls down.
Yep.
Hasn't been the case all season.
No, but in the last games we did, nice job of Reese Mon just to trouble the pass coming in.
Talked about that 31-inch vertical from standing still.
Yep. I thought it was 34.
Might have been. You don't know.
I don't know.
I thought it was 31.
That's why I ended with a question. Question mark.
Glodick for three. That one won't go. Ejiofor knocks it out of bounds. Coon Rapids basketball.
Cardinals holding on to that 3-point lead. Now we're going to see some pressure defensively from the Knights.
No hands.
Stripped away by Collins. Quick hands. Jordan Doe getting across court against the full court pressure, but left the shot short. And then Palmer, the foul against Glodick after the rebound. And that's it. Those are the types of fouls you don't need.
No. That'll be his first, team's second. Both squads just 2 personal fouls here in this second half, keeping the...
Yeah, the Cardinals made it 10 minutes into the half before committing a foul. That's pretty impressive. Glodick for three. This one is just short. Ejiofor batted away by Holland. What a great defensive play.
Yeah, it looked like that was going to be a sure bucket. Marshall made sure it wasn't. The travel by Aurelius.
Well, Coach DeMar's looking for explanation how this was not a foul.
Well, that
was all ball.
All ball.
All ball. And a great shot by the one and only Dave Hemming.
He's the man, the myth, and the legend.
Bringing that action right to your living room or office or bedroom or porch, wherever you can get onto those interwebs. Well, some people do still have porches.
I know. I grew up with a porch.
Long pass down court. Jaden Palmer in traffic. Can't get it to fall. A rebound controlled by Price.
I like the thought. Nice baseball pass from Marshall Holland.
Knights back to being patient on the perimeter. Trail this game by 3. 6:20 remaining. Collins will take the 3. That one won't go either. Rebound tipped out of bounds. It'll be Coon Rapids basketball.
Yeah, the officials.
They had to discuss it. I think they came up with the right call.
They weren't 100% sure at first.
Although the Knights were arguing loudly that it should be theirs.
We'll take another look at it.
Well, Ben Wolney was right there with Jackson Aurelius. Hard to see whose hand last touched it. Morange for three in the corner. It's short. He gets his own rebound. Aurelius to Mon. Pump fake to the corner. Cross to Marshall Holland. Holland will look for room. Scoops it up but not in, and then called for the offensive foul, and he argues that it was inside the semicircle, and I completely agree.
I totally agree as well. That's a surprising call. We'll see it again as he's going to come in.
No, he's outside.
Oh, he was, but I still don't like that call.
No, he was there. I agree with it now. Now watching the replay, the referee is right. Mike Shapiro for once. Knights back on offense.
I figure if I'm right one time out of 100, that's not bad.
Again, very patient, looking for an open shot. They were able to find it last time, but not able to get it through the cylinder.
Well, both teams struggling offensively the last few trips down. Are they gonna? Oh, yeah.
3-second violation.
We've been stuck at 43-40 for a little while.
Well, there's the Palmer's basket is the only one we've seen in the last 4.5 minutes. I did not timestamp that one. Holland turnaround three-pointer is off the mark, and Aurelius made an effort but already landed out of bounds. Holland's been pretty quiet, just 4 points in the second half.
Oh, as is Price.
Steal by Doe, the breakaway, and he puts it down.
Big basket pushes the lead to 5 with 4:30 remaining, and Irondale is going to take a timeout. Talk about things, trailing by 5, and Cardinals have to feel pretty good. Certainly not comfortable at this point. There's still plenty of time remaining, but have to feel pretty good about this play, particularly with a nice strip by Doe. He's going to take it to the distance, put it in, and give him that 5-point cushion.
Shapiro, nowadays, now you grew up with a porch. You mentioned growing up with a porch.
I did grow up with a porch. Not a Porsche, a porch.
Porch.
Yeah.
I did as well.
Yes.
And I enjoyed.
We're city kids.
I enjoyed sitting on the porch in the summertime.
I did as well.
I was not able to watch TV on the porch in the summertime because I didn't have it on my phone.
No.
But if you did, if we lived now as kids, we could go on the porch, we could go to YouTube, and we could watch all of the CTN's content right there in our hand on the porch.
Yeah, it was amazing. So actually, both of us do live as kids, even though we're adults. But you are correct. And if you have an opportunity, you can't get out to a game, you want to see something. If it's during the regular season live, it's on YouTube. If it's the playoffs, you're going to have to wait until the game is over to see it. But
let the suspense build.
Exactly.
Cross-court pass deflected. And another pass disrupted, but the Knights keep control. Three-pointer for Glodick. His short rebound tipped around, controlled by Morange. 4 minutes to play in the second half. Coon Rapids by 5. Aurelius couldn't dance his way around Ejiofor. And now Roberts into the front court. Lost the handle himself and turned it over to the Cardinals. pleading his case that he was fouled, but not the way it was seen by the Stripes.
Coach DeMars told me, he said turnovers is so important and we cannot afford to do so. And they figured that if they can have 15 or less, they have an opportunity. I believe they've had more than 15 here today.
Well, on the flip side, you said they wanted to keep Coon Rapids between 50 and 60. It looks like they will achieve that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Almost a big turnover thanks to Price. Smart basketball by Mon. Can't get it to finish, unfortunately, but played it off of Price. And then ran and caught up with it. Price driving, and he's fouled by Holland. He will go to the line and shoot 2.
I believe that's Marshall's 4th foul.
Yep, and that's big.
That's huge.
Team sport. On the line shooting team for the Knights, 85. In the game for the Knights, number 4, Kwame Herzog, and number 3, Evan Rome.
Price able to hit the first.
Herzog and Rome's in for Irondale. Now we're going to see the pressure again by the Knights.
They trail by 3. A little more than 3 minutes remaining. Aurelius running to the other end, spins to the lane, finds a way through. Holland able to clean up on the glass. Great trailing play by Marshall Holland.
Yeah, just a beautiful play by Marshall Holland to push that lead back to 5.
Well, it was a nice play by Aurelius to split the defenders and get the original look. Morange batted it away. Scramble on the floor, tied up. Possession arrow favors Irondale.
Yeah, again, good defense by the Cardinals, just get troubling in the passing lanes. This, as you mentioned, really is with a good opportunity, but Holland right there to clean it up and get the bucket.
Holland will check out with those 4 fouls. 2:47 on the clock. Cardinals have a 5-point lead. Irondale has the ball. Herzog throws it away, and another turnover. Pressure came, and he thought his support was a little closer. It was not. And they check Holland right back in when they get the ball. Try and switch it up as much as they can, keep him off the defensive end of the floor as good as he is there.
Yep.
With those 4 fouls.
Yep. Yeah, they need him for his offense, no question about that.
Doe working his way to the lane and then slipped, and a timeout by the Cardinals, and that's it's a fortunate heads-up, timely timeout for Coach Ogoric.
Yeah, Coach O realized a little bit of trouble. He called that quick timeout. And obviously, the Cardinals will maintain possession of the basketball with 2:25 remaining and a 5-point lead.
The Irondale band setting the atmosphere late in this
playing a
regular
lot of oldies.
Season finale.
Playing a lot of old songs from
your 20s and 30s.
Yeah, you know, little Benny Goodman.
No, I meant your 20s and 30s.
Yeah, I know. That's what I meant.
Inbound goes to Aurelius, pushing his way in against Okafor, but couldn't get it to go.
That's a tough one. I mean, you got that soft little look on the inside, and Jackson could not get it to drop. Great
Holland,
defense.
like I said, so good on the defensive end, but you want to keep him on the floor offensively. Doe able to slip away into the lane, and he gets the contact. Whistle came seemingly a little late, but Ejiofor picking up his 3rd.
On the line shooting 2.
big free throws right here as the Cardinals try and stretch that lead. An opportunity to make it 3 possessions. Still 2 minutes to play, so plenty of time.
Oh, plenty of time. Especially when you got a guy like Aiden Price on the court.
Doe able to hit them both.
Those are big.
7-point lead. Under 2 minutes remaining. Three-pointer for Glodick is off the mark. Edgia for the rebound. He's fouled it. Go to line to shoot 2. They've really kept him in check as well. He had 4 points in a row early in the second half. And this is the first time he's scored since then. Really long stretches without any points for the whole Forest Lake team in the second half. And Irondale.
You got me saying it earlier, too.
Oh, it was you. Are you sure?
No, I did
Holland
say it
had
once.
the rebound, but then stripped away, goes to the floor. Holland gets foul number 5, and that was one he just should not have taken.
No.
Should have let Roberts go up and have that one. Instead, Roberts will go to the line with a chance for a 3-point play, and Marshall
huge.
Holland would check out of the game with his 5th foul.
Yeah, it's huge for so many reasons because they get the bucket and the opportunity for the 3-point play, plus you lose your leading scorer for the rest of the evening.
And Roberts able to convert. 49-45, 140 to play in the second half. Inbound goes to Palmer, back to Doe on the run, pushes to Mon in the corner, all alone. 3-pointer is good. That is a gigantic basket back to a 7-point lead.
That is huge. Oh, a steal.
And then Doe is fouled by Evan Romes.
That is huge. And the reaction from Coach Joe when he hit that, I'm not sure he wanted him to take that 3, even though he was wide open.
Wide open.
And he didn't hesitate, Joe. He just released it and dropped it. Watch, I don't know if you can see Coach Joe's reaction. We'll see if we have another angle of that that reaction from Coach Joe. I don't think we'll see what Coach O's reaction was, but it was great.
Some discussion on who should have the basketball right now, and to be honest, I was watching the replay, so.
Me too. And they're going to give it to Irondale.
Irondale's ball, down 7, 1:20 to play. Knights trapped in the backcourt. Price able to push his way forward, and he is fouled by Lucky Morange. That's number 7, so it'll be a 1-on-1 opportunity. Price hit his last couple, but struggled with his free throw opportunities in the first half.
15 points, a couple below his average. He can get there if he hits these 2.
1:10 to go. And Price is off the mark. Glodick nearly had the rebound, but a foul is going to put him at the line to shoot a 1-and-1.
I think they're going to call that one unlucky. Nope.
Jackson Aurelius?
No, on Palmer.
No, Jaden Palmer.
Yikes. You know, you talked about the Cardinals getting their first foul late in the second half. They've unfortunately have picked up a handful of them.
Yeah, 8 fouls since then in the last less than 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Glodick trying to make it a 4-point game again, and he does.
And now you're going to see again the pressure by Irondale.
Inbound goes to Aurelius. Getting away from Ejiofor. Mon is fouled by Roberts and will go to the line at the other end to shoot a one. Oh, no. They have fouls to give.
Yeah.
That's just number one on Zach Roberts.
Right.
He's had a nice game on the point for Irondale.
Yeah, well, Mon went to the line.
Oh, that's right. They have a couple more to give.
Yeah, they do. They've only got, that's only their fifth.
So they've got one more to give.
One more, yep. This is an important possession for the Cardinals.
Doe is fouled by Evan Romes. Smart fouls by the Knights, keeping the clock from dwindling at all. Only 2 seconds off the clock on that one. Inbound goes to Lucky in the midcourt. Roberts crashes in, gets the foul. Lucky will go to the line to shoot 1-and-1. And again, only 2 seconds off the clock.
But the difference between this time is now you put Lucky at the line, an opportunity to see if he can get a couple here. Try and push that lead back up.
Not able to make it more than a 2-possession game, though. Exactly 1 minute remaining on the clock. It's a big free throw.
Yep.
And he hits them both. 6 points the lead, 1 minute to play here in the second half. Romes, high post, Ejiofor back to Romes. Drives to the baseline and is fouled by Aurelius. He'll shoot 2.
A little under 50 seconds remaining in the contest. Cardinals with a 6-point lead.
Romes misses the first. Misses them both. Mon the rebound, and he's fouled by Romes. And Mon will go to the line at the other end. This time he will.
Yeah, a pretty good free throw shooter in Reese Mon.
1-and-1, up 6.
Yeah, he hit one of these. It's important.
Make it a 3-possession game. 47.9 clicks on the clock.
Yeah, that's a huge free throw.
Trying to make it an 8-point lead. 47.9 to go. Second one won't fall. And now the Knights in desperation mode need 7 points. Inside, Ejiofor scores. Timeout. Irondale, 33.9 to go.
Yeah, I mean, again, you get that Ejiofor underneath, and yet if the Cardinals, you had to make sure you did not foul in that situation, which they did not. The Knights call that quick timeout with less than 34 seconds remaining in the contest and trailing by 5.
Big strategy, of course, for Irondale. The strategy is foul quickly. Don't let any time get off the clock.
Well, you'll see the immediate pressure.
On the flip side, for the Cardinals, just don't foul.
Yeah.
Don't give them easy shots, but don't foul.
We talked about it. It's senior night here at Irondale. And the Cardinals will love to be the spoiler and get that opportunity to end that losing streak.
Well, we talk about the importance of free throws a lot.
A lot.
Well, and this is where it becomes everything.
Now,
if the Cardinals can hit their free throws, there's nothing Irondale can do. Price picks it up, and that is his fourth?
That's his fourth.
Correct? Yeah.
Correct.
He's not the guy you want to take the foul. You want the foul to keep time from going off the clock. This time, just over a second, 1.1 seconds off the clock. But you have to be able to hit these free throws.
Yes, you do. It's a big one. This is even bigger. It pushes it back to a 3 possession. Oh, huge. As you mentioned, don't foul.
No, but you got to, if you're Forest Lake, you got to move that ball quicker. Ejiofor can't get the second chance to go. Aurelius got the rebound. Ejiofor will foul him. 21 seconds left. And some fans heading for the exit.
They are. They are heading for the exit here with 7-point Coon Rapids
to beat
lead.
the Rudge. Iggy. Iggy Ejiofor. Ignatius Ejiofor on the foul. Aurelius at the line, and it will be a 2-shot foul now. Double bonus. But if it was a live ball, Jaden Palmer was right there.
Yes, he was.
Oh, and that is huge. Jaden Palmer pressuring. And Roberts lost it out of bounds, so it'll be Coon Rapids basketball now with that 7-point lead. Inbound way up top to Lucky. Into the post, and Doe is fouled before the shot. It'll go against Ejiofor, and he will be done for the night. Just under 15 seconds remaining.
Well, I'll tell you, this is a huge win for the Cardinals, and the fact that they've been struggling with in the win column, the fact that they've lost 8 in a row, as you mentioned, 9 out of the last 10. And this is your last game of the year. You want to try and get that winning taste in your mouth before you start section playoffs.
And a huge win considering all the pieces they're missing here tonight. What it took for some guys deeper in the depth pool to step up and contribute and help them in a come-from-behind effort. Doe hits the second. The lead is 8. Roberts quickly to the other end, drops it off for Glodick. Can't find open room to shoot. Got it to Price. Way away from the arc. He'll step up, find some room. His shot won't fall.
Let's go!
And a foul away. I'm confused.
Yeah.
Lost on what that whistle was, but the final couple of seconds will tick away and Coon Rapids will get a much-needed win. You know, they only had 1 win in the month of February, but they start March right with a 58-50 victory over Forest Lake.
Yeah, and nobody's more happy than that man, head coach Mike Agoric, because we had a light opportunity to talk for a while today, and he's just been frustrated with the fact that he knew his team was playing better than the fact that they've lost 9 out of the last 10. They've had opportunities, a lot of missed opportunities, and this is a great win for this team just to get them back on a path.
We will take a short break, try and get some post-game reaction and wrap things up from Irondale High School after this. You're watching live boys high school basketball on CTN.
Hi, I'm Ryan Nagasu, 2010 Olympian and bronze medal winner of the 2014 U.S. Championships. I knew I loved skating at the age of 5, and now it's become my life passion. Find your skating passion at the Coon Rapids Ice Center. Classes are available all year round. It could be the place where your skating dreams come true. See you on ice.
Back at Irondale High School, Coon Rapids had come from behind win. This game was tied 25-all at the half. Cardinals able to take control down the stretch and get away with a 58-50 victory. Down on the sidelines with Coach Mike Gorick and Marshall Holland is our Jen Halverson. Jen?
Marshall, it was a great night for you tonight. You had 18 points. But what was it that sparked that momentum for you in the second half?
Well, we just worked hard. We ran in transition really well.
I tried to pull you out the way.
Yeah, I'm good. All right, we got both of our senior captains here. Reese Mon is joining in the action. Reese, I just talked to Marshall and I asked him about what sparked that momentum for your team in the second half. Who wants to go first?
We just worked hard. We ran in transition. We just outworked them, and that's what we got to do every game. We're not losing. We're not losing first game section. We got to keep going. We're planning on going to state. That's our one goal, and we just got to work hard.
I think we just trusted each other. We trusted the process. Marshall followed out, and we knew that he was going to be on the bench supporting us. We couldn't ask for a better captain, and we're glad he trusted us.
It's been a little bit of a tough end of the season, but you ended the season on a big high note with this huge win over Irondale. What does it say about your team's resiliency going into the postseason on such a good night for your team?
We just won't give up. We know that what we have to do, and we're just going to work until it happens. And tonight it happened. We won, and nothing feels better.
We're always going to work hard. Hard work beats talent.
Congrats, guys. Thank you. Well, Coach, I talked to you at the half. It was a tie game. What was it that gave your team the advantage down the stretch?
You know, we played with more confidence on the offensive end. We talked at halftime that we had a lot of opportunities. You know, some shots we missed, and you can see we get a little tentative. We're sort of, afraid to shoot. We're getting in the paint, and we're looking to dish first instead of score first. And, that through that all, we were tied at halftime. We didn't rebound well either. And, the big things are, play with confidence. And they did. I mean, they came out and really we probed the paint. We were a lot more physical on the boards in the second half, and that was huge.
You told me earlier tonight that this is a chance to gain some crucial momentum heading into the postseason. You talked about confidence, them coming out stronger now in the second half. But just how much confidence does this give your team to break that losing streak, have this huge win going into the postseason next week?
Well, I mean, scoring more points than your opposition, I mean, that definitely generates confidence. The thing about these guys is I love how they've persisted. This has been a tough stretch. Some of the games have really gotten lopsided and ugly at times. But these guys have really just battled. And even in the first half, again, shots weren't falling. Opportunities weren't there. But these guys fight. And so when you talk about the process, we talk about the process a lot over result. And it's great that the process led to a result tonight. We get some good momentum going into what we anticipate to be Anoka, which is a rivalry game. We played 2 real close games with them before, and we'll definitely be ready to go to their gym on Tuesday.
Thanks, Coach. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Thanks. Okay. Trusting the process, moving into postseason for Coach Agoric and the Cardinals. Back to you, Joe.
Thank you, Jen. And, it was came down to an 18-minute game, Shapiro.
It did.
All square at 25. Out of the break, and the Cardinals just able to get the momentum early, get out front, and be able to play with that lead for most of that second half. And they got contributions from a number of points. Jackson Aurelius had the little spurt there where he scored 6 straight points for the Cardinals, and that's what really put them in the lead for good. The Knights were never far away, but the Cardinals just continuing to keep themselves in front just for far enough. And then down the stretch coming up with key free throws. And even after their captain and scoring leader fouled out late in the game, able to secure the victory.
Yeah, and I really think the fact that they were missing a couple of pieces here tonight, and they were able to get the win and able to close it out, and I think that's going to give them some confidence going into Tuesday night. And if indeed is at Adenoka, we did the last game at Adenoka, and it was a contest to the end. So it's an opportunity for this Cardinals squad to get some momentum and really the taste of winning in their mouths. And I think that's the most important thing to come out of tonight, because they know that they have that opportunity. If they go to Anoka, Anoka's a team that they can compete with, and I think it gives them a great opportunity.
Well, we will be there when they start the playoffs, and we will continue as far as we are allowed to follow the Cardinals in the playoffs. Final team in action for Coon Rapids in the winter season, and we will be right there with them. Follow us here on CTN. But that's going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final score from Irondale, it's the Cardinals 58, the Knights 50. Want to thank everybody out there for joining us, continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including the magnificent Jen Halverson and the outstanding Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young, saying goodnight.